I remember the first time I saw him. It was like the world paused just for that moment. His smile, the way he looked at me. I felt it in my chest, a pull I had never known before. I believed then, with every fiber of my being, that this was the start of a love that would last forever. I didn't know that forever sometimes hides 1,000 secrets. We walked for hours, talking about dreams, laughing at the smallest jokes, imagining a life together. In that moment, the world seemed ours. I believed love would conquer everything, that nothing could come between us. I didn't know that the first cracks in any story often start small, almost invisible. There were moments, tiny things I tried to ignore, a call he stepped out to take, a text he glanced at quickly, a fleeting look of worry. I told myself it was nothing. I convinced myself that love is blind, and in a way I wanted it to be. But the seeds of doubt had already been planted, though I had no idea how quickly they would grow. He gave me gifts that were beautiful, too beautiful perhaps, and yet each one came with a feeling I couldn't name. A sense that these were not just for me, that someone else's presence lingered behind each gesture. I wanted to trust him. I wanted to believe these were acts of love, but a part of me whispered otherwise. It started as small things, a call at 2 a.m., a whispered conversation that stopped the moment I entered the room. I asked myself if I was overthinking, if I was imagining shadows where none existed, but my heart, trained by intuition, told me the truth. Something was hidden, and I feared it would shatter everything. Even my friends noticed it, the way he spoke, the way he disappeared, the tiny hesitations in his answers. They asked questions I didn't want to hear, but the more I tried to ignore them, the louder my own doubts became. Love makes you blind, but not entirely deaf. We laughed, we traveled, we imagined a life together. Every smile, every touch, every word felt like destiny. And yet, even in the light of these moments, shadows lingered, felt a chill sometimes, a fleeting doubt I tried to swallow. I wanted to believe in the illusion of perfection, but illusions have a way of cracking when you least expect it. The first real sign came quietly, a message I wasn't meant to see, a glance he tried to hide. And suddenly, the picture of the man I thought I knew didn't match reality. I felt my chest tighten, my stomach twist. Love and fear collided in a way I had never experienced. It was an accident, a careless click, a curiosity I couldn't resist. And there it was, proof of a life he had hidden from me. My hands shook, my vision blurred. The man I loved, the man I trusted, became a stranger in an instant, and the world I had built around us began to crumble. I couldn't stop myself. Every step he took, every door he entered, every whispered word I overheard revealed more of the life I was never meant to see. And with each revelation, my heart shattered a little more. I had loved a man who didn't exist, or at least not the version I had trusted. I combed through everything he touched, every detail of his life that I had once thought familiar. And with each discovery, the puzzle became darker. I realized the life I thought I knew was a lie carefully constructed, and yet my heart still ached for him, for the man I thought I loved. I sat alone, replaying every memory, every word, every promise. Was I blind, or was love simply meant to deceive? I felt a wave of anger, betrayal, and sorrow all at once, drowning me in a sea of doubt and heartbreak. I couldn't stop. Each night, I followed him, desperate for answers. My heart pounded, my hands trembled, but I had to know the truth. Every secret he carried loomed larger, and with each step I took, I felt closer to the edge of a revelation that could destroy me completely. The more I watched, the more I understood that his life was not as ordinary as I had believed. There were meetings I couldn't explain, people I had never met, and in every glance he cast my way, I saw both love and guilt intertwined. Every memory I cherished became a puzzle piece in a portrait of deception. That smile on our first date, the late-night walks, the whispered words of love, they all took on a new meaning. And with that clarity came an unbearable pain, the realization that I had been living in a lie. My chest felt tight, my stomach twisted. Love, the thing I had believed in so completely, had betrayed me. And yet, I still loved him. How do you reconcile a love that hurts this deeply with the desire to survive the truth? I followed him through the rain-soaked streets, every step a dagger to my heart. The man I loved, the man I trusted, was slipping away into a world I didn't understand. And I knew that soon, I would have to confront him, or lose the last pieces of my sanity. I stopped him in the middle of the street. My voice shook as I demanded the truth. Every lie, every secret, I needed to hear it all. And as he looked at me, I saw the guilt, the fear, the part of him I had never known, and I realized love is never simple. I screamed, I cried, I demanded answers that he hesitated to give. The betrayal cut deeper than I could have imagined, and yet I couldn't turn away. I couldn't stop seeking the truth, even if it meant losing everything I had ever loved. The apartment was hidden, untouched, a world parallel to the one I had known. His life was not a single lie, but an entire story kept from me. And in that space, the full weight of his deception hit me. Everything I thought I knew was gone. I pieced together the puzzle. Every meeting, every late-night call, every unexplained absence. The truth unfolded before me like a nightmare I couldn't wake from. And in that moment, I realized that love, trust, and betrayal are intricately intertwined. Like threads in a tapestry I no longer understood. I sat alone, staring at the city below. Every memory, every smile, every kiss seemed like a lie. And yet, in the ruins of my heartbreak, I felt something else. Strength. I had survived betrayal. I had survived deception. And I realized I could survive anything. I demanded answers. Every lie, every secret, every hidden detail, I needed to hear it. His eyes shifted, filled with guilt and fear. He began to speak, layer by layer, revealing a life I had never imagined. I felt anger, shock, disbelief, and heartbreak all at once. I loved a man who was living a life I wasn't allowed to see. The emails, the messages, the unexplained trips, it all made sense now. But understanding it didn't make it easier to bear. Every lie he told was a dagger to my heart. Each secret a chisel reshaping the foundation of the love I thought we had. I cried until there were no tears left. My heart ached as I realized I had been loving a man I didn't really know, and yet I couldn't stop loving him. The pain was unbearable, but love has a stubborn way of clinging to what it knows, even when it's gone. And then, the truth. The woman, the secret meetings, the hidden life, it wasn't betrayal in the way I feared. Everything he did, it was to protect me. From threats I had never known existed, from dangers I had no idea were close. My anger mixed with relief, confusion tangled with gratitude. He explained, carefully, patiently. Every action, every secret, every lie, it was all meant to shield me, to keep me safe from a world I had never seen. And yet, the pain was still real. Knowing the motive doesn't erase the betrayal, the doubt, the heartbreak that came with it. My heart waged war with my mind. Could I forgive him? Could I embrace him again, knowing the deception? Love had tested me beyond what I thought possible, and I realized true love isn't always simple. Sometimes it's surviving the storm together, even when that storm comes from the one you love most. I stood on the edge of decision. Do I let go of the love I cherished, or do I embrace the man I now knew, secrets and all? Could trust ever return? Could love survive? The answer wasn't simple. Every step, every breath, every heartbeat was a reminder that love is sometimes a choice we make over and over again. In the end, I realized that before I could love anyone else, I had to love myself. Trust had been broken, faith tested, and yet, strength emerged from the pain. I would survive, I would heal, and I would choose myself first. Morning light washed over me like a promise. The pain remained, but so did the lessons. I rediscovered parts of myself I had forgotten, the love I carried, now strengthened by understanding, by survival, by resilience. The world continued around me, unbothered by my heartbreak, unbothered by my revelations, and in that chaos, I found peace. I had endured betrayal, confronted the truth, and emerged stronger. And perhaps that was the greatest love story of all. Right, I wrote a little down, every memory, every emotion, every tear. Writing became my therapy, a way to untangle the knots of love, betrayal, and survival. I reflected on how fragile trust can be, and how resilient the heart truly is when it refuses to break completely. I learned that love is not just joy, it is endurance, patience, and courage. That betrayal can teach lessons no happiness ever could. And that the heart, even when broken, has an infinite capacity to heal, to grow, and to love again. I closed the door on what had been, on the man I once knew, on the love that taught me so much. The past remained a part of me, but it would no longer control my present or dictate my future. I walked forward, free from shadows, ready for what comes next. The future stretched before me, unknown and uncharted, but I was no longer afraid. I had faced betrayal, discovered secrets, and endured heartbreak. And now, I walked into the new day with strength, with courage, and with an open heart, ready to embrace life as it came. Some secrets never truly vanish. Some truths linger, waiting for the right moment to resurface. And as I thought I had moved on, a new message appeared. A reminder that the story isn't always over, and some chapters are yet to be written. I discovered a secret life. I confronted betrayal, survived heartbreak, and found myself again. And in that journey, I realized love is not just a feeling. It is a trial, a lesson, and a test of the strength we never knew we had. If my story made your heart ache, made you question love, trust, or the secrets we hide, I want to hear from you. Share your thoughts, your stories, and the lessons you've learned about love and betrayal. And if you want more stories like this, real, raw, and unforgettable, subscribe and hit the bell. Don't miss the next chapter of love, heartbreak, and revelation.